see if it's the right channel this time. Let's go.
No
We're
way.
on. We're on Sweden Cup this time. We accidentally just started on another channel, but that doesn't really matter, you know? We're here now. We're gonna wait for people to pop in here. I'm here. I'm host. I'm Geometryville and so on. I'm joined by Urdo Håfig,
Oh,
Eden in ranked, uh,
I don't think
Bleeden
that's a
in ranked.
name.
Yeah, you go by many names, I've heard, you know?
Oh,
Like that one time you were in Brazil, and you got that famous name, right?
yeah. I don't really talk about that though.
Oh, perhaps it's a trade secret.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we'll just not mention that, I guess. We're gonna wait a little longer here. Just try to give people some time to join. Do note that we were technically not late. We were just on the wrong channel when the when the clock hit 8. Um, but we're here now.
can't believe
Uh,
we're late by 1 minute.
yeah, no, I think we should just cancel the entire tournament. Honestly, shit sucks.
Unbadged. Come on.
Unpatched for late stream. That'd be kind of harsh. Um, yeah, I think we waited around 1.5 minutes. We can start off here, I think. Boom. Graphics time.
So
Transition,
cool.
round of 16. Shiroyuki no Princess Va, Nomad 1. 200 BPM awkward aim. You're a mapper, man. You know a lot about this map, right?
No, actually, I don't.
The joke there is that there's not much to say when it's Nomad 1. I guess we could say it's a pretty popular song to make covers of. I think I've heard this on like 4 different Vocaloids.
Yeah.
And in terms of the map, it's just awkward. We're still in the low star ranges, so it's not going to be incredibly difficult, but it is a little bit awkward, as you can see here. More awkward than last week's, which was more triangles, squares, and more Spanish. This is not Spanish. Replay by Red Sea, who did do a lot of the replays this time, if I remember correctly. Dude, is that bursts?
Yeah. Yeah.
In my Nomad 1? No.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Are you serious in my eyes? Anyways, Nomad 2. If you've played Elite Botix, you've played Elite Botix, right?
A bit.
Yeah. Have you encountered this map before? Or this song, rather?
Oh, the song for sure.
Yeah.
This map is specific now.
Yeah. Himiko is a fairly well-mapped song at this point. And it's almost always mapped in Nomad 2 for good reason. It's a good Nomad 2 song, and it is here with us in Nomad 2.
Look at those streams.
Yeah, look at those streams. It's a stream map. And it's also got streams. And some more streams, I think.
I must say there are no like real boss sliders here.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. This is based. Nomad 3, Hamano map. We all know Hamano. If you were here last year, Hamano mapped a custom for us.
Splendid.
I assume you've seen this map at least.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it's actually really fun to play, in my opinion, and I hope
Yeah.
others agree.
Yeah, it looks really fun. A lot of stop and go stuff, if that makes sense. A lot of snap alt.
Yeah. But just a pretty good map.
Yeah, it's really solid, and those snaps, I feel, can be a little bit tricky. Still easy enough to where it's not uncomfortable for most people, but watch out, I guess. Also, unsettling background. Replay by Lexonox, who came in at the end and saved us this time around when the replays were a little bit late. Thank you, Lexonox.
They good.
Nomad 4. Nanahira! Yes! Finally! We get some Nanahira in Sweden Cup. This is, as you can see, Nado Tech Map.
Finally some good music.
Yeah.
It looks like it's 230 bursts, a lot of tapping.
Yeah. And it is, well, Nomad quote-unquote speed. You know how it goes. Speed of this SR and so on. 230 BPM. Nanahira speed. Am I allowed to call it that?
I'd probably call that a genre, yeah.
Yeah. Get some Nanahira speed in here. Mapped by Amamiya Kokoro. I forgot he mapped.
Is that the guy? The real one?
I think so, yeah. No, is it? Maybe. It's got a little bit of aim as well. But not exactly the hard part of the map, of course. Such a tune. You've seen this song before. Kaede.
Yeah. This is the not the top diff, the single size 7 diff though.
Yeah, we're not pooling the top diff in this round.
Unfortunately.
No, that would be spicy. No, this is the precision diff. CS7 and Nomad. Hell yeah. I think most people have probably encountered this song before in either other tournaments or just by playing, because the top diff is really infamous for its funny sliders. It has a couple of other sets too, right? That frequently gets used.
I'm not very familiar with those, but that might be the case.
I think there's a like red pinkish background. You know, I'm describing it in backgrounds here because I know you know. Repo by Purple, thank you. Our first custom. Let's go. I'm super excited for this one. Endercraft.
It's peak.
This is so peak. I absolutely love this custom. It is, the vibe it has is just insane. Oh, I mean, one thing with Endercraft that I noticed when I was going through his maps is that all of his maps have like this cozy feeling to them. I can't really describe it, but it's something like the combination of a cozy Minecraft house along with the mapping style that just, it makes me warm, you know?
Yeah.
And this one is no exception, of course. You can see a bit aimey on the hidden.
Decently high AR as well.
Yeah. I've also heard that this guy, he builds his own backgrounds. That's not something a lot of people can say.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I'm not sure if this one in particular was built by him, but I know he has built at least one from one of his maps I looked at. I really like this one. I hope it gets a lot of plays in matches, because it's just, the song choice is also so well, it goes so well with the vibe.
It's
Well,
so
I guess-
jumpy.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Melly mentioned Sweden Cup.
We got it confirmed as well. This one was built by him. Awesome. So cute. We're gonna see that this map, I'm gonna prepare you for it. It ends off on some, I was about to say heavier sliders, but not quite the adjective I wanted to use. More aggressive sliders, maybe.
Yeah, it's going quite gunga right now, as we would say.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna ramp up a little bit here.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Oh.
We get a bit of tech in here.
A bit spiky.
Yeah, you know, you gotta get
some
your
funny
sliders
sliders.
in there. We didn't have any Nomad tech, you know?
Oh yeah.
Gotta get the sliders in here.
can definitely see a lot of people breaking on this particular part.
Yeah, imagine holding combo till the end. And then you get to that section, and your opponent holds. Oof. I'd be nervous. Anyway, awesome custom. Super happy with that one. Thank you so much, Undercraft. Hidden 2. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that. Maybe you want to.
No, I'll pass.
Okay. Hidden 2. Replayed by Lexinox. It is. You're gonna be really surprised about this. It's gonna be reading. What? Hidden 2? Really?
You're telling me Hidden 2 this isn't an aim map with ARA?
This one has a lot of, I was about to call them bursts. I guess they technically are bursts, but they are 130 BPM bursts. Look at those patterns.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure, like, yeah.
Reiji, Maiko, some older style maps.
Yeah. I feel like some of those patterns you kind of want to snap. You know this map, or you know the song at least, if you've played tournaments before. Me and you, an absolute hood classic around these parts. It's kind of a hidden flow-ish sub-tech pick. This was actually a map in the first tournament I ever played.
Really?
Yeah, it was also the one of the only 2 maps I played in the qualifier lobby. I got 150k.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't fully blame you.
No, yeah.
Bit of a tricky map.
I think that was White Cat's tournament back a really long time ago. But enough about that. The map, look at it. Man, make sure to control your cursor, or have aim control, as we say.
As we say.
As we say. It really is a lot of flow in here. Replay once again by Lexinox. Hard Rock 1. I can try to pronounce this one. Tenshi Kaibiyaku.
Yep.
Surely that was good enough. HR1. This is gonna have some, I'm not sure what to call it. I don't want to call it sub-tech because it feels... It's not quite sub-tech, but it's not like last week's Hard Rock 1 at all. This one is more slider-oriented, some varying amounts of bursts throughout. Some small slider bursts, like we see here.
Yeah, not really tech, but still very like slider focused.
Yeah, it's kind of trying to, or like leaning towards tech, but it's not tech, you know? It's kind of in a weird spot, but it works very well for a Hard Rock 1 in my opinion.
Yeah. Some
Boom. You know this one, or at least you know the background. I feel like I say this a lot. Hard Rock 2. Precision, of course. This time, considering we have a CS7 map already. Not gonna go super small circles again, like last week, where we went 6.8. So this is gonna be 6.5. But I am convinced it is enough to challenge people. At least those who aren't 100% comfortable on everything at this SR, which some of our best players might be. Mostly aim focused. Got a bit of bursts, you gotta aim correctly too, and aiming bursts is a lot harder than it looks on lower circle sizes, I feel like.
Yeah, with a lot of cuts as well.
Yeah. Garuix. Cubby map, very low BPM, slider focused, some snaps. I think it has a little bit of flow in the beginning too.
So this is where the where the tech ended up then.
Yeah, we got tech in Hard Rock 3. I pulled this in a tournament like a billion years ago, I feel like. It's both sliders and flow control. But as you can see here, there are some kind of peculiarly shaped sliders that you gotta aim correctly if you don't want to be dropping ACK around these parts. Because you wouldn't want to drop ACK, right?
No.
Would never miss slider ends. We don't do that.
I believe in you guys.
Yeah, and here comes the flow, of course. You could technically snap that as well. I wouldn't personally, but you could. Anime. I love anime, man. Petite Rabbits. DT1. It's this is gonna be comfortable. Comfortable consistency, some bursts, some aim, DT stuff. The thing that stands out about it, well, stands out is an exaggeration, but it's 10.3. Let's go. Guys, make sure you're able to read. Yeah, exactly.
Getting
10.3. See here, some funny jumps. I feel like this, like 10.3, you should be able to read 10.3, guys. This is a necessity for tournaments, but I feel like this BPM is somewhat low, which might trip some players up with the AR, because it isn't so dense. Replay again by Red Sea, and Red Sea returns for DT2. 220 BPM tapping. More stamina oriented. You're better at tapping than I am. What would you say
a bit
about
of
this?
stamina, like maybe finger control.
Looks like it.
Some doubles in there, some triples, a lot of bursts.
A lot of longer bursts. And this is 220. It's still comfortable territory for a lot of people, but 220 is going to be a bit more stamina draining than last week's DT2, which was only 204-ish.
Yeah, the same people who picked that map might not pick it anymore. Who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like this is getting a bit more specific into the stamina genre.
Yeah. How you actually gotta be able to tap for, what, a minute and a half? Not a super long map, but it's pretty jam-packed with bursts, as you can see.
Yeah. Never lets down.
Boom. DT3, psychology, or psychology. No, that was last week. Imperfect Cherry Blossom. But what Psychology and Imperfect Cherry Blossom have in common, of course, is the fact that they're both made by Adustrain, and in this case, they're both in the speed slot. This is 260 BPM, which is way faster than last week. So we're finally getting... Am I allowed to call it speed now?
I would say so, that's fair.
Yeah. Definitely at this SR anyways.
Yeah. It's about as fast as it gets.
Yeah. 260 is definitely not slow for a lot of people. I know, I think 260 is pretty fast. The bursts aren't super long, but they are sometimes over 5 notes, which could trip people up.
This is also 10.3, but it might not matter that much, as the BPM is a lot higher than TT1.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be much less noticeable than DT1. Also paired with the fact that there isn't exactly much aim here. You just gotta burst. You know this map as well, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a bit classic.
Yeah, very much of a Hood classic. With the iconic diff name that I'm not going to read out. But it's Usao, and it is Mech Tech. You all know it, Mechanics Tech. As tiebreaker this time. 5 minutes of Usao. I mean, you've all played Usao maps, right? And most of them sound and look a bit like this. This is exactly what you're going to be playing. It's actually an alright song.
Well, it's like multiple songs, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Bit of a mashup.
But the mashup does work. Thankfully, we wouldn't do bad songs around here, right?
Right.
Right? We've never had an anti-bagger in our tournament. But yeah, you can see what it's about. It's some sliders, some bursts. This is a lot more, I think, comfortable for a lot of people than last week's tiebreaker. That had a lot more awkwardness to it. This one is a lot more straightforward, but instead puts way more on your consistency, more emphasis. And that is it. Wow, we unfortunately don't have a second tiebreaker. I know, horrible. That's it for now. I am going to make sure to upload defaults and pool on sheet and yada yada yada, all that boring stuff. I'll ping about it when it's done. And good luck in round of 16. I hope to see more interesting matches. A lot of the matches were very interesting last week, and I suspect we'll get even more interesting matches now that some of the seeds have kind of evened out in the lower and upper bracket. Yeah. Until then, I suppose. Take care, and thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.